SEBI has banned IndusInd, a bank ex-CEO, from selling of shares. SEBI is said to have said that they will be completing insider trading probe expeditiously. SEBI has also said that the MD and CEO Sumant Katapalya was aware of derivative accounting discrepancies by December 4th, 2023. An email from IndusInd Bank actually flagged a huge impact from derivative accounting. Let's go across to my colleague Ankur Mishra, who's now joining us on the phone line. Ankur, a significant development so far as IndusInd Bank's ex-CEO is concerned. SEBI framing some very, very significant charges against the former CEO of the bank.
Yes, definitely. Total 5 officials of IndusInd Bank, former and current, under the radar. SEBI is clearly saying that the CEO, erstwhile CEO of IndusInd Bank, was aware about the discrepancies in the derivatives portfolio as early as December 4, 2023. What is the root cause of that? There is an email which has been found by MD and CEO Sumant Katapalya admitting that, yes, there was a lapse and it will have a huge impact, and therefore we need to do the reporting, is the wording of the email, which actually does not tally with the comments which he had given later in March 2023, that the management was not aware about it, and when it was brought to the notice of the management, and therefore the reporting of a discrepancy in the derivatives portfolio was done on 10th of March 2025. So earlier there was an audit which was conducted by Grant Thornton, and now SEBI has come into action and it will probe the insider trading, which means the management was aware of the unpublished sensitive information, and were there some trades which were made by the management with that knowledge? That will be probed by the market regulator, and the time period which has been selected is March 10, 2025 is the deadline, and from December 4, 2023 till this deadline, all these 5 officials will be investigated by SEBI whether or not there was an insider trading in the bank. So more worries, more problems for the bank. Anyways, it had reported a huge loss in Q4 of the current financial year, and the management was indicating that worst may be behind us. But now the market regulator has come into action and insider trading is being probed.
Absolutely, Ankur. So insider trading, well, that big allegation that's coming in from SEBI. SEBI has recently stated, like I was saying, viewers, that Sumant Katapalya, the former MD and CEO, was aware of the derivative accounting discrepancies at the bank. But Ankur, also help us understand, you mentioned that it's not just the former MD and CEO, but there were 3-4 other executives as well. Do we know more about who these executives were, and what's the future course of action after this that SEBI, the regulator, is likely to take?
Yes, this is an ex-parte interim order, which means the officials will be now called for questioning, and they will present their side as well. And as of now, SEBI has impounded 19.7 crore in IndusInd Bank insider trading case. The bank account notices issued 14 crore or so for Arun Khurana and 5 crore for Sumant Katapalya. From buying, selling shares, but there will be a thorough investigation which will be completed by SEBI, and a final order will be passed.
So a thorough investigation will take place. There will be further investigation into the matter, given the big allegation that's coming from SEBI. But Ankur, what happens to the bank's leadership now, given that these charges are rather significant for the bank's overall reputation and functioning as well?
So anyways, the committee is taking decision on the leadership issues under the leadership of Sunil Mehta, who is the chairman of the bank, MD and CEO of the bank, the former CFO of the bank, have already resigned from their position, and there is a process in place to find the successor of the bank, where the expectation is that by June 30 this year, the names will be sent to Reserve Bank of India, and Reserve Bank of India will give approval who will be the next CEO of the bank. But in between, there are many questions which needs to be answered by the bank management, because not only there is a fraud which has been admitted by the bank. Remember, the bank in the conference call during result had indicated and clearly said that there is a fraud which has happened to the bank, which is quite significant because they have indicated there is a third party who had committed fraud to the bank, and that needs to be investigated by even the agencies if required, and bank will report it to regulator as well as agencies as per requirement.
Absolutely, Ankur. Thank you very much for putting all of those points into perspective. You've been tracking the story for a very, very long time, and I do appreciate you joining us and telling all of those details with respect to this latest news, ladies and gentlemen, that's coming in from SEBI. SEBI is saying that the former MD and CEO Sumant Kathpalia of the bank was aware of derivative accounting discrepancies by December 4th, 2023. An email from IndusInd Bank CEO flagged a huge impact from derivative accounting issue. Well, that's a statement that's coming in from SEBI. SEBI also says that the bank failed to classify discrepancy as UPSI until March 4th, 2025. That's a big breaking story that we are following and chasing very closely. Of course, the impact of which will be felt in the markets tomorrow, of course, on the bank per se. But we'll have to wait and see on the next course of action that SEBI takes, SEBI takes on not just the former CEO and MD of the bank, but on 4 and 5 other officials who seem to be involved in these accounting discrepancies at the bank. Ladies and gentlemen, time for us to switch our focus to